Hey everybody, what's going on? I'm Mike.
And I'm Tyler.
This is the Bonsai PopCast, where today all we're going to be talking about is wet ass pussy. Are you ready? Are you ready, Tyler?
I need a mop, dude.
Dude, a bucket and a mop. Oh my god.
A bucket and a mop.
I'm so excited. I've had this fucking song stuck in my head all night. Like,
you've already made me blow out my mic twice from laughing.
Yeah, me too. It's all right. It's all good. Dude, I was waiting for when this podcast was going to just completely dissolve into fucking degeneracy, and here it is.
We found it. It's episode 3, dude.
Yeah, the wet ass pussy. So for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, Cardi B, who is a rapist, a female rapist, has recently released a song called WAP, which I realized is an acronym.
Yeah.
For the subject of said song, which is wet ass
pussy.
Yeah. And obviously, so like it's all over fucking Twitter right now. It's all over.
It's everywhere, dude. It's everywhere.
I mean, like I don't get it. Like, so obviously there's been many songs that have come out that are overly like graphically sexual. Like, I remember a girlfriend in high school made me this mixtape, and it had this song on it, and it was like we can play house and hush. Hush, gonna eat your body out. Hush, hush. You know, it was just like that's not my jam. You know what I mean? Like, that's
I feel that.
That's not the music that I listen to. But there's something about Cardi B. She's very aggressive. You know?
Yeah. You can tell in the song.
Yeah, like Cardi B.
Really, really stoked on her wet ass pussy. You know?
Dude,
like,
and all the things she's gonna make you do to it.
Yeah, and she gets descriptive, dude. It's like her Orochi video, but more graphic. Like, she gets really into it, you know.
Put your nose in it, take a swipe. But it's just the way that she inflects upon like what she's saying. Like, get a bucket and a mop for this wet ass pussy. You know, like.
Should we pull up lyrics?
Macaroni in the pot with this wet ass pussy. Like, yeah, I mean, yeah, if you want to pull up lyrics, go for it.
I'm pulling up lyrics. I want to we should do dramatic readings.
Dude, so you know, one of
fucking with some wet ass pussy. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet ass pussy. Give me everything you got for this wet ass pussy.
Dude, we should like Beastie Boys it. Wet ass pussy.
Here's the one you were talking about. Put this pussy right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card.
And like, dude, I'm pretty sure Cardi B has a couple kids.
Probably.
I know she has at least one. And I cannot imagine, like, if that was my mother, like, just being like, Mom, dude, what's a WAP?
What's a
WAP, Mom? What's a WAP? So
all
I guess
kids at school are saying I'm a WAP. What's a WAP?
It's just so part of the reason that this blew up is because some guy named Ben Shapiro, right? That's his name.
Yeah, that's his name.
I don't know. I've never heard of this guy before.
Me neither. I don't know who he is. I still don't know who he is, and I looked at his Twitter profile. I've already forgot. And
every time I read his name, I keep thinking Jason Derulo. It's kind of like it's Ben Shapiro. I don't know. It just kind of sounds the same. But fucking yeah. So this guy, he's got to be some like right wing, like conservative, like wannabe news guy. Like that's what I got out of his thing. And he's reading the words to this fucking song, and he's like, my wet ass P word. Bring a bucket and a mop for my wet ass P word. And then, so that's all I thought he was doing. And I thought it was really funny. And then I watched the whole video that we retweeted. And then he goes on to say about, he was like, this is what the feminists wanted. This is what feminism was all about. Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude.
He takes like this anti-feminist stance
on
on it.
He's like, yo, fair wages? No, it's all about this wet ass P word and getting your money, gentlemen. It was just like, oh my God, dude, no, that's a bad take.
That's a bad take. That's a real bad take.
That's an awful take, dude.
Did you unretweet it?
No, I just added to it below. It's like, just so you know, like, I just think him not being able to say pussy is fucking hilarious. Yeah, like, oh my God. So yeah,
it's really funny, dude. It's really funny,
dude. Cardi B and her aggressive wet ass pussy.
I do a kegel while it's inside, spitting in my mouth, look in my eyes. If you haven't looked up the lyrics to this song, you are missing out on the opportunity of a lifetime.
And make sure you listen to it uncensored, because the censored version's funny because instead of wet ass pussy, she says wet and gushy. It just sounds so fucking stupid. So obviously, yeah, this song has been like all over the place. People are freaking out about it. It's, you know, God, it's like the fucking 90s again, dude. Like, people are like, and honestly, I just gotta say, like, I'm proud of you, Cardi B. Like, way to own your sexuality and just not give a motherfucking shit. Like,
dude, I want that limited edition vinyl, man.
Oh yeah, the pink one.
Yeah, dude, you can, if you go on Cardi B's Instagram and look at her community post, they're doing a limited edition run of a vinyl of it that's completely pink with her on the cover with her tongue sticking out. Mm-hmm. It's great.
And she says, buy it or you'll get a yeast infection.
Yeah, buy it or you'll get a yeast infection is the fucking thing.
But I think part of the reason that she posted it that way is because after Ben Shapiro got fucking railed on Twitter, he started getting all defensive, being like, my wife is a doctor, and she says if you need a bucket and a mop because your P word is that wet, then you must have one of these medical conditions. Like, and starts listing off these like vaginal conditions, and it's like, dude, what are you doing, man? You're fucking done.
Oh my God, he's like a fucking human example of what not to be.
Yeah, yeah, and it's like, I don't know if Cardi B is doing good for women. I don't know if she's damaging women, but she's doing whatever the fuck she wants, and I'm okay with that.
I am too.
The other thing that was interesting about that music video is that it featured the young Kardashian. That was who that white chick in that video was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, fucking what's her face?
I thought the other thing was that there was like a shit ton of like exotic animals in it.
Yeah, there was like tigers and
yeah,
like,
that seemed a little weird to me.
Who is the young Kardashian?
I don't know, dude. Anakin Kardashian.
Kardashian.
I don't know.
I can't remember her name. I type in young Kardashians, so like child pictures of the fucking Kardashians.
Of course.
Who
type in who is the youngest Kardashian.
Okay. Who is the...
Oh my God, you're gonna have so much clicking in your mic.
Who is the youngest Kardashian? Kylie Jenner. That's who it was.
So, Kylie Jenner. Okay.
That fucking chick, dude, that white chick was Kylie Jenner.
Okay. You know, as people who work on YouTube, we should probably know that, but God, I don't care.
Like, she does not look like Kylie Jenner anymore, dude. That's why I didn't know who it was. She has completely transformed her entire body.
Yeah, I mean, people do that.
I mean, do you not remember the Pepsi commercial?
Dude, I could not pick out Kylie Jenner out of a lineup of any point in time.
Okay, so she was in a Pepsi, like Kylie Jenner was like pretty thin, you know, like she was just a thin young woman with like white chick, right? Tiny little boobs, flat butt, and now she looks like fucking what's her Nicki Minaj, dude. Like, it's crazy. I was like, Devin pointed out, she's like, that's Kylie Jenner. I was like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? How? Like, I
People
mean,
change, man.
no. It's all like, you know, it's plastic surgery, but
Sure.
like
That's change.
I just can't imagine getting that much fucking plastic. Like I have tattoos, right?
Yes.
Tattoos.
Last time I checked.
Tattoos are a bitch to get, right? You got to sit in the chair for hours and hours, and then you got to heal the fucking tattoos. Like when I got my ribs done, like that was a nightmare, you know? And then I woke up the next day, my fucking shirt was like stuck to my ribs. Like it was just like, yeah, it's bad, right? So like tattoos, that's like surface level stuff. You're basically just getting scratched up. You know, like a lot of people think you're getting stabbed. It's more like getting scratched. But like going through that much fucking plastic surgery, dude, like the recovery times and oh my God, like that just must be a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, but then it's done, you know?
Yeah, and then wow. I like blown away. I want to know the name of her doctors. They did
many doctors.
They did a great job, at least from what the music video looked like, because holy shit. Also, why was she in that music video? I don't fucking know.
Who knows, man?
Anyway, last thing I wanted to add. Yeah, exactly. That's true. Because she's fucking Kylie Jenner and she's rich, I guess.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah, I mean, that Pepsi commercial. You don't remember the Pepsi commercial debacle with her? Like H3H3 covered it a couple
dude, I
years
remember
ago.
it. I still don't remember what she looks like, though.
That's fair. Man, your memory, you got to fix that shit, dude.
Drugs.
Yeah.
I was about to say it's not my fault. It's completely my fault. But, you know, it's not coming back, man.
That's fair.
I can do all the puzzles and Sudoku I want. My memory is. I was just
gonna say play Sudoku.
I have, man. Like I know the things to do. It's just bad.
We gotta get you that 3DS so you can play those brain games. I can't believe you don't have a fucking 3DS. I will never get over that. Because it's one of the best consoles that has ever come out.
Okay. So
it's like. And now I don't know if you could go back to it. Like that's part of the. We'll get into that later. Anyway, I just wanted to point out that if you change inflections on things, they become much more funny. So I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about, right? So generally, like how do you pronounce the Coca-Cola company's green soda? You know what I'm
soda?
You know it's no the other one. The other one.
Mountain Dew?
Yeah, Mountain Dew, right? You call it Mountain Dew. Well, it's funnier if you call it Mountain Dew. Right?
Sure.
Like
yeah.
So I have some friends that call it Mountain Dew instead of Mountain Dew, right? It's like changing.
Right. Mountain Dew.
That was perfect amount of dead air. Good job.
It's all about that mountain, dude.
Yeah, exactly. So I've literally had WAP stuck in my head all fucking night.
Have you been changing the inflection of it?
To wet ass pussy. Get a bucket and a mop for this wet ass pussy. Macaroni in the pot for my wet ass pussy. And it's so much better when the song is about somebody's ass pussy. I love that. And I wish it was a thing.
We can make it a thing, man. Next video.
Ass pussy?
Ass pussy.
Ass pussy. Now, none of this has anything to do with anime. And that's okay.
No, it doesn't.
But I guess as always, Tyler, I would like to ask you, how was your anime week?
Thank you for waking me up.
It's fucking Tuesday, dude.
Yeah, but it's been a week since.
It's been some time.
Yeah,
I mean, it's been going all right, dude. I keep forgetting whenever we talk about my anime week that I'm watching Extra Olympia High Close, and you keep not watching it, and I'm angry at you for that.
I haven't seen it.
You need to. It's 5-minute episodes. It will take you less than an hour to get through the entire season.
Okay.
So far, and it's so good and so funny, and I want to cover it, and you need to watch it so that we can cover it because it's so good.
You gave it a 9 on my
anime
list, right?
I gave it a 9, dude. I gave it a 9.
Okay.
It's so good. If you guys aren't watching this, anybody who's listening, you need to. It starts.
Don't
in
even
ancient
tell them what
Greece.
it's about, because it doesn't
starts
make
in
any
ancient
sense.
Greece, and it is amazing. And the main character is a main character. It's great.
See, that's the thing, is like when I hear anime and ancient Greece, for some reason it's like a strange turnoff to me, and I don't know why. Like, I believe you that the anime is great, and I'm going to check it out just because I know that you wouldn't steer me wrong. But it definitely sounds extremely weird. Also, 5-minute episodes are a little weird.
Oh, dude, it's so weird, but you're
thing.
gonna love it, man. You're gonna love it. I'm telling you.
So, like, what is your main sell to? So give me a taste of like what I need from this anime. Like,
All
give
right,
me a
one
hard
word,
sell.
dude.
Okay.
One word. Claymation.
I don't like claymation.
Did I sell it out? Yeah.
No, because whenever I think of claymation, I think of fucking Gumby. And Gumby used to creep me the fuck out when I was a little kid, dude. Did you ever watch Gumby?
Yeah, but it's not like Gumby claymation. It's way better.
Or like the Pizza Hut guy? Do you remember like the little Pizza Hut guy who's like, oh no? Or maybe that was...
That sounds like the Pillsbury Doughboy.
No, there was some mascot for something who was like claymation back in the day. I thought it was the Pizza Hut guy, but he was always like running away, and he was always going, "Oh no, oh no!" I don't fucking remember what
I
it
have
was.
no idea.
His creepy little claymation mouth. Claymation mouths.
Dude,
Clay.
I'm telling you, man,
looks like
you're gonna
soft
love
poops.
it. It's so good.
All right.
I also knew right off the bat that claymation was not the way to go.
That's fair.
Oh
So,
man, it's
all claymation?
no.
Okay. All right. See, you're already giving people the wrong impression. So what is your hard sell?
One of the characters is a dolphin.
Okay.
And okay, if I'm doing a hard sell here, right? If I'm actually trying to sell it,
characters is a dolphin.
hey, Grant would be interested. All right.
Sure, he would be.
If I was trying to sell it, it is quirky as hell. It is a quirky as hell ancient Greece story that crisscrosses with more modern Tokyo, and it has to do with the Olympics and a fucking coward who has to bring the Olympics to a portion of Greece.
I cannot fathom this.
Yeah, exactly. You can't. Also, the intro song is people literally singing ba ba la ba la ba 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 ba. Like,
But it's Japanese people, so it's like weirder than that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna have
And
to check
possibly
this shit out.
the best part is there's an outro, like with every single anime, right? There's an outro. But there's a different outro song for every single episode, and they're all hilarious.
I love that. I like that
And
Dorohedoro did that.
And they use like this weird but really funny, almost like infomercial style like setting for it, with a bunch of really, really weird and funny stock footage for what they're doing. It's really funny.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to check it out.
And also, it's 5-minute episodes. You can watch 3 episodes in 15 minutes and decide if you like it. So
That's true.
that's the best selling point for it for me. Is like,
that-
hey, you can check this out in 15 minutes and decide if you want to keep watching it.
Yeah, you can give it that 3 episode fucking test.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But I mean, one episode and you're going to be like, well, I'm watching this entire thing.
Okay. It's that good. First episode's gonna suck me right in.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Well, you heard it from Tyler here first, folks. Fucking extra Olympia kite glows. Check that
So
shit
good.
out.
And I actually heard it from Eyepatch Wolf.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did do a video. I haven't checked that video out.
Did he do a video on it in particular?
I don't know. Oh no,
'Cause he
it was
did
his like my favorite things.
Yeah, he did a video on like a bunch of things, and that was like his like guilty pleasure for like last season. So I decided to check it out, and he was right.
Right on.
He was very, very right. John, you were right.
Yeah, see, I don't watch anybody's recommendation shit because everybody's recommending me shit 24 like even my own girlfriend recommends me shit on a daily basis. I'm like, how are you watching more anime than I am? For fuck's sake. Oh my god, I don't even know it. She was watching Toradora.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
Oh my god, dude. Trash.
Oh, really?
Trash. It was trash.
We got to check out Decadence. I keep seeing more and more people talking about it.
Oh yeah, Jeff Thew.
Dude,
What? Jeff, what is that name, man? What is that name? Where's that? What nationality is that name?
Canadian.
Jeff Thew? That does not sound Canadian. That sounds like
I don't know.
That sounds like Scandinavian. That sounds like a Viking or some shit. I mean, he is tall as fuck. Maybe he's a Scandinavian.
And he's white as fuck too, so like
true.
it could be a thing.
He could
Who
just
knows,
be a
man?
polar bear. Is
But
that
yeah.
what you call gay Canadians? Polar bear. I'm not calling Jeff gay. I'm not calling Jeff gay, for the record, everybody. I'm not calling Jeff gay. I just thought it was. I just thought of a funny joke.
We're gonna have to start this episode over.
No
we
way.
can't put this out.
No, we can put this out. It's fine. Nobody's listening anymore. The first thing we said was wet ass pussy, and everybody turned it
lost
off.
them with Cardi B.
Everybody turned it off. Nobody's listening to this
man.
podcast anymore. We're fine. Don't even worry about it.
Okay, I believe you.
Polar
But
bear,
yeah,
though.
so I'm watching that. I just started watching Food Wars
Oh,
with my
good
girlfriend.
for you. That yes, good for you.
And
I'm so
my
happy for you.
God, if that isn't just unbelievably amazing and terrifying.
It's
Like,
the best.
yeah, it is. Don't get me wrong, it is. And when I was talking to my girlfriend about it, because I've read, I think, the first chapter of the manga. Mm-hmm. And I told my girlfriend, I was like, this is like really high up on like ecchi lists. And she's like, really? And then right as she says that, like this orgasm food explosion happens on screen, and she's like, whoa.
Yeah, dude. That just keeps on happening. It's such a good show.
It really does. We're really enjoying it. We got ramen last night because of it.
Nice. Yeah, that that's the other thing. It's like it manages to make cooking really exciting and fun, and it like obviously the animation is like top tier. It's got ecchi going on in it. It's got comedy. Like all the characters are really likable. It's just a fucking good ass show. Like I highly recommend Food Wars. And it took me a long time to like, because people had recommended it to me for a long time as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't know.
Fine.
And then I checked it out and I was like, all right, this is awesome. It's fucking great. I'm happy.
And that's exactly how I feel. I was like, I don't know if I really want to watch this. It's like food gropey sex or something. And I watched it and I was like, okay, it is that, but it's really well done.
Yeah. Also, there really isn't any like actual like the sexual pleasure comes from the food itself.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just the taste is assaulting them in a sexual way almost.
Yeah. Wait till you get to like the tournament arcs. Oh my god, it's so fucking funny. The judges
I'm ready, dude.
get their
I'm
clothes
ready.
blown off. It's so fucking funny. And you've also been doing Mushishi, right?
Yeah, I keep not finishing it, and I need to finish it because I need to write on it today.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm supposed to get that done today so that we can talk to Bo tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't think we ever like talked about that on this podcast, but
No, we
have a collaboration coming up. We were contacted by this guy
Def Jam
named
Records.
Yeah, this guy named Madi over at Def Jam Records, which is a huge international record label, to see if we would be interested in working with some of their artists on like our channel. And at first I was like, what the fuck? Like what is this?
It seems really like we're anime, your music, what, huh?
Yeah, also like we're like it was very strange. And then we talked like I wasn't sure if they were trying to get us to like promote their artists or whatnot, but it's literally just like we're gonna be doing some YouTube collabs with some rap artists who are really fucking into anime, and the first person that we're working with is a guy named Bo Young Prince, and he was on the Enter the Spider-Verse soundtrack, and his music is fucking dope. and he's like legitimately really fucking into anime. Like,
Yeah, he super is.
yeah, like, and he's a super nice guy. You know, we were a little bit like nervous, like meeting with him and stuff like that. Just, well, I mean, I'm always nervous when I meet like strangers anyway.
Yeah,
but, like,
same.
Every time we talk to him, we just end up like talking about anime for an hour and a half instead of business. It's
Yeah,
just-
we set meetings that could take 15 minutes and they take an hour because we just shoot the shit instead.
yeah.
And he's a super chill dude who's definitely like into like he chose Mushishi as the video that he wanted to do. That wasn't our recommendation.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
You know?
we just asked, and, you know, he
Yeah.
was throwing out some titles, and he said Mushishi, and we've been asked to do Mushishi a bunch, and we were just like, yeah, we'll go with that one. And
Yeah, but like that's not like the Cowboy Bebops or like the Full Metal Alchemist, you know? That's not the type of thing that everybody has seen.
yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Like, and I think it'll be really cool. And it's looking like we're gonna be able to use some of his instrumental tracks in the background, so we'll be able to like really like do some good music work on that video, and hopefully it'll come out in a week or two. That's the goal.
But you never know because there's going to be more red tape than usual because like it's not just us now. So like his record company has to like whitelist all of his stuff so that we can use it. And yeah, there's like this back and forth because we want him to do the music for the video. So
Or
like,
we talked about it at least. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So yeah, it'll be.
but basically collaborative stuff takes longer than non-collaborative stuff.
Always. You know, and the thing is too is like we have other YouTuber friends who have been like asking us about doing stuff. You know, Derek wants to be on our next Death Note video if we ever do Death Note again. I think it was Death Note. He said. Let me.
Oh,
see.
really?
Yeah, I'm gonna check right now.
I don't know if I have anything else to say about Death Note at this point.
If you ever revisit Death Note on Bonsai Pop, let me know so I can guess. Yep, that's what he said. I could do a Death Note video.
I've just written, I think, over the course of my YouTube career, I've written 3 or 4 Death Note videos now.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's like, I'm done. Like, I don't have anything left to say about that show.
I want to analyze the chase scene from the Death Note live action movie. Do a 50-minute video on that chase scene.
I don't know if that's what Derek was thinking of.
Dude, we'll boundary break the fucking chase scene.
Let's do it, dude.
Let's do it.
Is there a Death Note video game? Can we boundary break Death Note, the
I
video game?
guarantee you that there's a Death Note video game, but that sounds like something that would be on mobile.
Yeah, it does.
Death Note on mobile. Solve the case. Pay us money for every 15 minutes of play. But so have you been doing anything else in your anime week?
That's mainly been it. It's been Food Wars, Extra Olympia Kai Close, Mushishi, and then just like the regular stuff like ReZero comes out tomorrow. I'm gonna watch that. Oh yeah. ReZero, we talked our last podcast we recorded last Wednesday before we had gotten a chance to watch the newest ReZero episode. Spoiler alert, at the end of the episode, he starts dying again.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Starting to happen.
Yeah, and a character that we've been missing for a long time is finally back. And I'm very excited for everybody to experience this. Like I knew that was coming. I knew it was going to happen.
He hasn't died in forever, dude.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Well, he's about to start dying a lot and in horrible ways and in ways
excited.
that people aren't going to expect. So it's definitely going to be exciting. There's going to be a 2-pronged front with a third party that is very chaotic, coming in the future of this show. So it's like it's kind of a new level for Subaru to deal with. He has to figure out how to solve multiple problems at one time.
It's getting towards like the Star Wars prequel style of ending, where like you just have so many things going on and he's got to figure out how to do it all.
It's good stuff. ReZero is fucking so good. I love it. It's fucking
Yeah, I'm very, very excited, man.
Yeah.
Like I finally at the end of that episode I was like, yes, it's happening. I want to see it happen. Do it.
yeah. They took a fat amount of time to set this season up. So
But now that it's like set up, it's like it's ready, you know.
Yeah.
At least that's how it feels to me. It's like, okay, we got the exposition out of the way, we got the talking out of the way, die.
Yeah,
Over and over and over again.
there's still a lot more to be revealed, like as time goes on. But yeah, like the action is going to start ramping up soon. We're finally getting a little bit of a peek into Roswell's true character, but even still, like there's more behind that. It's all good stuff. As for myself, obviously I'm caught up on ReZero as well, and I watched a fat chunk of Toradora with Devin. She was watching the dub, so it was just like not my jam. It's kind of like a slice of life. I don't know. I fucking didn't like it. It was stupid. I did not like Toradora. Blah.
Bleh.
Yeah. And besides that, man, I've just been fucking reading Vampire Hunter D like nonstop. I'm in love with it.
Yeah, you did a Twitch dramatic reading of it.
Sure. Yeah, I'm planning on doing more. It's just like, yeah, I mean, yesterday we had the Super Saiyan 3 podcast, and then we had the Patreon show, and then today my sleep schedule got all fucked up, and then we got this podcast, and then I got to edit those podcasts and this podcast, and like I just don't know when I'm gonna have time to stream again. But
yeah, I feel that, man. I like I've got to write today, and I've got to edit the Patreon show, and then like
and I should be writing too.
And I have D&D tonight, so like that's gonna get in the way of shit, and it's a whole thing.
Yeah, and but yeah, man, the Vampire Hunter D books. Like if you have any interest at all in Vampire Hunter D, I highly recommend reading the books. I mean, so in one of the books that was released in 2007, the artists or the author started doing like author's notes at the end, and he was talking about how at the time they were planning on doing another Vampire Hunter D movie. Well, it didn't happen. That was 2007. So I highly doubt that we're going to be getting any Vampire Hunter D content anytime soon from anywhere. So if you're looking for more, the books are the way to go. And a lot of people told me that they were overly verbose, and they're not. Like, they're easy reads. Yeah, like there's going to be some words in there you might not get, but if you're the only real way to read them right now is on an e-reader, you know, like your Apple iPad or whatever. Believe me, because I want one of the things that Devin and I are trying to do right now is actually like build a library. And I was like, you know, maybe I'll buy 29 Vampire Hunter D novels, and then like I went out to find the cheapest way to buy them, and I just like I couldn't even find all of them. Like I went to they're put out by Dark Horse Comics,
Right.
Which is the comic company that they were in control of Star Wars for a really long time. They do like
they're
Hellboy.
a great comic book company. Like,
Yeah, they do all the video game stuff, you know.
and they're based up here, I'm pretty sure, in the Pacific Northwest, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. Yeah, it might even be Seattle.
Yeah, I think it is. It's either Seattle or Portland, but it's one of these two. Like, their stores are kind of everywhere over here.
Oh, cool. Well, I mean, you might have an easier time finding the books, but when I went online to darkhorse.com or darkhorsecomics.com, you can't buy anything off their site. Like,
Oh, really?
Yeah, it redirects you to fucking Amazon or Barnes and Noble or whatever, and then Amazon tries to get you to buy fucking ebooks. It's like, but dude, I just want paperbacks, man. And then I went on eBay, and I found a lot of 30 Vampire Hunter D books. They're in Japanese.
Ah.
And there's a
makes it hard to
$68
read.
fucking shipping fee on top of it. So, yeah. They're really cool looking in Japanese though, dude. Like I've never seen like a book like that in Japanese, but it looks fucking badass, dude. Looks like the Matrix. Like the words on the page looks like the fucking Matrix cuz they're all going down. Very cool. But yeah, I'm loving the books. I'm on book technically 12 now. So it's book 11 is 11 and 12 in one, and it's the first like big epic Vampire Hunter D story. So generally like each book is a separate story. They had one before that was a 2-parter. This one is a 4-parter, and it's really cool. So Vampire Hunter D is actually hired by a noble in this one to
interesting.
escort him to kill his father. So D is working with a vampire right now, and I'm getting some more like background on the nobles and stuff. Like, man, the fucking everything about those books is so cool. World building is so fucking cool. And now Joe from Beyond Ghibli is reading them as well. We were just talking about it. Yeah, I'm excited. I don't watch enough of his stuff. Like he puts out like such high quality shit. Beyond Ghibli is a fantastic YouTube channel. Like, if you like what we do, he does what we do with more earnestness or something. You know what I mean? Like we have
more accent.
Yeah, much more accent. Like
Much more accent.
He has like we try to work in some comedy and levity. You know what I mean? He goes like he goes like balls hard into like these all being like art projects.
Very like atmospheric and like you know, it's like if you're going like we try to have some levity and comedy and stuff, and like we hit the emotional points when we want to, but his whole thing is like, I'm gonna make you cry, but in a good way. Or at least make you feel, or really make you understand why this is such a substantial piece of work. You know, like he's very good at that. So I wanted to take a minute because we're just about halfway through the podcast to tell you guys about Patreon. So we talk about Patreon a lot because honestly, Patreon is what pays the bills, and it's extremely important to us, and we try our very best to take care of our Patreon as best as we can. If you like this podcast, Patreon gives you another one every week, depending on what tier you're on. So recently we set up a optional channel for Patreon testimonials, and I figured, we could talk to you all day about how our Patreon is literally the best anime community on the entire web, but I thought it would be better if our actual patrons could tell you guys themselves. So here is a testimonial from the chaotic Canadian Cynical, and this is the first testimonial we ever got, and we have a fuck ton more, which is very flattering, but this one, and heartwarming and humbling all at the same time.
Exactly. Cynical says, I have nothing but great experiences here. The community is amazing. Welcomed with open arms and an overabundance of pings in the server. This place is a really good place to discuss things like Domestic Girlfriend, 10 out of 10 anime, by the way. In the classics, such as Fist of the North Star, the latest manga, or even just the random ass thoughts you might have on whatever can come to your mind. Overall, a fantastic place to chill. The fact that Mike and Ty are so active and involved is just icing on the cake. So, thank you so much, Cynical. We have a new Patreon show coming out this week. We have a new Patreon podcast coming out this week. So, if you're interested and you'd like to support the podcast and or our YouTube channel, you should definitely check out Patreon. Lowest tier is just $1. It gets you right into that Discord server and into the community. So, hope to see you there. So I'm working on this video idea right now, right? About like, so I wanted to do a video on the anime Samurai, because obviously like Kenshin is one of my favorite anime, and there's like a samurai in every fucking anime that we like, like even if you go to Outlaw Star, you got Twilight Suzuka. Fucking there's samurais in Dragon Ball. There's samurais everywhere. It's like the Japanese staple thing. And I think it's outlasted the ninja. Like the ninja was real big in the 80s and 90s. But the samurai was too, and then the samurai continued on like past the ninja.
Samurai is still cool to this day. Although I will say Ghost of Tsushima kind of has a little bit of both in there.
It does.
And I love it both.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, like both parts of the fighting in that were fucking dope. So I went to go write this samurai script, and then all of a sudden I was like, I want to write about kung fu instead, because I had so much fun with the Avatar video.
Script,
yeah, like that was my favorite part of the Avatar video, was like talking about the actual real world kung fu, and then like finding so for those of you who have never made a YouTube video, one of the worst things that you have to go through when you're making the video is actually finding footage for what you're talking about.
Yeah, it can be really rough depending on what you're talking about.
It can be a grind, you know, because like you have to use OBS and you have to like deal with whatever video servers you're using and their specific like pause timing, right? Because you have to like pause the video and then unpause it and move your mouse and then wait for the fucking pause button to go away.
Yeah,
it's like these are the little things that you never hear like YouTubers bitching about.
If there was a way to turn off that press escape to exit full screen, I hate that thing so much. You can't fathom the probably hours of my life I have spent waiting for that press escape to exit full screen thing to go away.
Yep. And now it's worse, dude. Now there's just a giant X that like pops down on YouTube videos and you have to wait longer for that to fucking go away, dude.
Dude, you know who has it the worst though?
Who?
Netflix is the absolute worst.
Dude, Netflix is so bad.
Because first, it's the full screen. And then once the full screen thing goes away, on comes the age rating.
Yeah.
So then you have to wait for that to go away. So if you're trying to get a clip that is 50 seconds in, you need to start like 35 seconds in and wait like 15 seconds just so that there's nothing on the fucking screen so that you can record it properly.
And before you start piling on the abuse, it's fair use to do this. Like, it is totally fair use to go onto Netflix and like grab some like footage of a television show or to like grab some like gaming footage from a Let's Play. It is absolutely 100% entirely fair use. And that's how like the majority of people on YouTube make their videos, just little clips from things here and there. But it is a fucking bitch sometimes. And I actually was able to have fun doing it while we were talking about like Kung Fu. It was really cool seeing the Southern Mantis style that Toph uses. I just like, I've always had a fascination with martial arts, but never actually done them myself.
I thought the lightning style, I can't remember what it was, but that like explosive style was really cool looking when the guy was doing it.
Oh yeah, dude, it's so funny too because it's always like fucking white dudes. It's so hard to get. It's so hard to get footage of like actual like Asian practitioners of martial arts on YouTube. It's always fucking white guys. And I tried. I really did try, but I
believe it, man.
It was hard to find. And it's funny too because a lot of these are like, it's like tutorials on like how to do these martial arts. I'm like, really, you're gonna try and teach people martial arts through fucking YouTube? Like, who are they gonna practice on? You know, like how are they gonna know that they're doing it right? It's very strange, but yeah. So I sat down to write this fucking samurai script, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna talk about fucking kung fu and anime. So obviously, what I wanted to talk about, you know, was your general shonen power fantasy, and do it in a different way, where it's like trying to explain how martial arts is like, it's kicking ass, but it's also finding this inner peace, and it's proving to be a very challenging script because I need to juggle. Right, because people on YouTube, it's like trying to read a story to a squirrel, right? You have to like make sure that you got nuts in your hand, right? And
yeah, you got to keep them engaged.
Exactly. So it's like you aren't allowed to just make a YouTube video and do whatever you want, right? Because nobody's gonna watch that YouTube video. Sorry, like that's just how it works. Like, you know. There might be one person, but you're trying to reach a lot of people. Like, so you got to hold these nuts in this hand and then and keep the little squirrels focused on the nuts while you tell them about fucking ancient Indian history. So
that feels so right on so many levels.
Exactly. So that's what I'm juggling right now is trying to get all of the information into the script and while also making it engaging, making sure that I'm going back to anime as often as I possibly can. And it's definitely difficult, and I'm hoping that when it comes out, it's something that's like really substantial. The other thing that I have in the pocket is G Gundam. That's
Right.
I want to do an episode on G Gundam, goddammit. So bad.
I mean, you keep saying that. Write the script, dude.
Well, I have to. I again, it's like I want to watch through all of it again and make sure that it's like as good as possible, because I've literally wanted to do G Gundam since we started the channel. It's up there with Kenshin, and you know, Dragon Ball is like one of my favorite anime of all time. Like G Gundam is just so fucking fun. It's just such a good time. And speaking of fun, good times, we have this section in our Discord called help Tyler called podcast comments.
Oh, podcast comments. Yeah,
Right.
I didn't know what you were talking about, man. I was like, voice to text.
I was having I was having a mild stroke. Okay, so we have this podcast comments section where our patrons can talk to us directly about the podcast and give us
Recommendations, questions, etc., etc.
exactly. So Toxic Coon said he would love to hear me and Tyler talk about our favorite anime soundtracks, OP/EDs. So personally, I don't always pay attention to an entire anime soundtrack, but I definitely have like favorite opening songs. Do you?
Yeah. I've like One Punch Man season 1 has like a really fucking good intro.
Oh,
of a
yeah.
good opening song. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
fucking good, dude. Yeah, One Punch Man is really good. I mean, that one's iconic, dude.
Yeah, there's ones that are like really, really good. Like Cowboy Bebop's is really good.
I think it's time to blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Samurai Champloo's is like up there with the best. You know,
See,
I
I-
love Champloo's intro.
I can't remember Shampoo's fucking intro, dude.
How dare you?
One of my favorite intros of all time is from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I can't remember the name of it, unfortunately, but it's the one that's it's really fast, and it sounds like, or it has parts in it that's really fast, and it sounds a little bit like the OP for Domestic Girlfriend, which is another one of my favorites. But yeah, like obviously I don't know Japan or Japanese, but it's the ones like do you remember that OP?
No, I don't remember Full Metals like at all.
Oh my god, dude, that one is so good. Well, they had a bunch of them. And then this was great fucking request, Toxic. We're gonna be fucking humming shit and like sounding like assholes this whole time. I mean, honest, like as far as an OP, I think my favorite OP of all time is Dragon Ball's English OP.
That one's good too.
I'm gonna see if I can find the words.
I have two. I think Samurai Champloo is one of my favorites, and then my other one is probably, I fucking love Dragon Maid's OP. Makes me feel so good inside. Like,
Wait, Dragon Maid's OP?
yeah, choo choo, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. I love that OP so much.
Yeah, dude.
That OP, like, it just every single time I hear it, I get just like this warm, fuzzy feeling inside, like I'm being wrapped in a warm hug.
See, what I love about Dragon Balls is so I grew up playing music, and I have this thing for harmony. Like I love the sound of two people singing together in harmony. Which is generally very difficult to do, because what a harmony is it's two pieces of a chord, right? So one person is singing on the root note scale, and then the other person is singing on the harmonic scale, right? So it just sounds so good. And Dragon Ball, the song is called Mystical Adventure. Like the lyrics are, it's like, dude, it's just so fucking good. Find those drag balls. Look out for the ball. Dude, they went all out on that fucking thing. You gotta heed the call. Magic Dragon Balls. They went all out. And I love it, dude. And the harmony's great. And I'm gonna put that in the background and see how good I matched up to it. Because I know I like it. I know I went flat there for a minute. Let's see.
You know, a more recent one that I really enjoyed was Dr. Stone's original OP.
Oh, that one was fucking great, dude.
Yeah.
Ohio, Chicago morning. Whoa. That's all I remember of it, but I liked it.
I think it's like, I don't remember it all, but it's fucking great. It's so good.
I've always liked that, like, OPs and OPs more than anything. It's always like weird mid 2000s pop punk. Like Japanese.
Yeah, but Japanese.
Yeah, it's really interesting. The OP for City Hunter is awesome. It's like this vaporwave, like Tokyo City pop, and it's fucking great. I'm really excited to be to get to edit all this shit in, and then
you know what's really good.
What?
Is the outro song for Angel Cop.
Angel Cop? Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's like this cheesy like fucking
like synth sort of thing,
yeah,
isn't
dude.
it?
Oh my god,
For those of you who haven't seen Angel Cop, we watched the entire series in our Patreon as a viewing party, and it started this trend because we would get to the outro and then people would just start posting these dancing gifs, and it just became a thing where every single outro we would get like 100 dancing gifs because the outro song was so fucking catchy.
Yeah, or not even it's like it's catchy, but it's also fucking stupid. You know what I mean? It's like
yeah.
It's like here's this anime about this like cop chick who's like fucking shooting people in their heads and their eyeballs are exploding out and their brains are going everywhere, and then like the ED is like fucking it's like just like 80s synth pop, you know, like it just doesn't fit at the fuck all.
Yeah, but, dude, it's like having WAP at the end of at the end of an anime.
At the end of like
it wouldn't quite fit, you know.
April. Yeah. Get a bucket and a mop for this wet ass pussy.
You just finish crying like your fucking eyes out, and then suddenly get a bucket and a mop.
Macaroni in the pot for this wet ass pussy. I like that one episode of ReZero where like Subaru freezes to death and his fucking head falls off and like fucking shatters on the ground. Slide your credit card with your nose, take a swipe. You know what other anime has a really good OP is Rurouni Kenshin. And it also like doesn't match the tone of the show at the fuck all. It's like like right before the show starts, it's like I just can't see it anymore. Oh, and then it's like Rurouni Kenshin, fucking swordsman, like gonna fucking Batosai the Manslayer. It's like that's a really good one.
Never quite fit to me was Death Note's like metal.
Oh yeah, like the first fucking OP fit well, and then the second one was like
yeah,
like it's so fucking.
What are these fucking screamo bullshit happening? This is an anime, right?
Yeah, well, those were. I mean, I don't know. Well, Tokyo Ghoul maybe not so much. It's hard to say. Like music, dude. I will never forget going back to high school. So I dropped out of high school my junior year around November. Or at least I stopped going in November, and then they kicked me out because I didn't show up forever. And I went back the next year, right? So in the beginning of the fall semester, I went back to high school. And then it's a long, complicated story I'm sure we'll get into sometimes. But fucking when I went back to high school, and then something happened and I had to transfer schools. I didn't do anything bad. It wasn't like my fault. But when I went back to my original high school, it's like everything had changed in like the span of a year, and all the chicks were into grindcore. And like, again, remember, like I grew up in the country, so it's like, you know, everybody was all like fucking into like G Unit and shit, right?
Right.
Like, not even joking, like G Unit was big back then. And then I come back and everybody's into fucking this grindcore shit, and one band in particular that wasn't necessarily grindcore. It was called Asking Alexandria. And I was always into punk, you know, and obviously like hardcore, metalcore, and grindcore were all kind of like, they weren't punk. In fact, you know, like people who were into punk hated that shit because it was just like, it was, oh God, sorry, I'm not trying to insult anybody's music taste. Like I'm old enough. I'm old enough at the point. Like, dude, I've been listening to WAP. I can't fucking say shit. All right,
That's
like
really fair.
Yeah, I unironically like Post Malone. I can't say, like, I have become a sad shadow of myself when it comes to
Mike
music.
listens to Frank Sinatra in the morning while he's making breakfast.
I do. I love Sinatra. But yeah, so like Asking Alexandria, like the one song that I remember from them, it was like, oh my God, oh my fucking God. It's just like, and that was the whole fucking like first 45 seconds was just them doing a breakdown and saying, oh my God. Like, it's fucking shit. But yeah, and like at that same time, that's when we started getting the like grindcore OPs in anime, and I'm glad it's over because that music was bad, and hearing it in Japanese was scary. And I'll tell you what, there is nothing worse than hearing local grindcore bands. Okay? I cannot tell you how many fucking like shows and festivals I had to sit through, like waiting for our slot and listening to fucking local grindcore bands. I don't
know, man. There's some weird shit in Portland that I've listened to. I've listened to some weird ass experimental music because I was dating somebody at the time who was like, oh, okay, so we're going to a church, but it's an abandoned church, and they set up shop, you know, there. So it's not like technically legal, but it's going to be really fun. Okay. And then
a lot
like,
of those.
yeah. And then you go in, like everybody's sitting on the floor of this fucking church, and there's like a bartender, quote unquote, who's like, what do you want? And you're like, you have drinks? And they're like, no, we have experimental drinks. And then you get like,
so Portland, dude.
and then you get like, you're like, okay, can I get like a screwdriver? And then they give you like a screwdriver, like a real screwdriver, and the back of it opens up, and then there's alcohol inside the screwdriver, you know?
Oh my God.
Like,
I'm okay with weird experimental music. What I'm not okay with is a 14-year-old trying to sing grindcore. Like there's like, there's nothing worse than seeing like a 14-year-old like shaggy-headed kid, you know, like they're not in like they're not in the gear, right? Like they might be wearing the tightest pants you've ever seen, but this kid is just going like, it's just like you can almost see the blood coming out of his fucking throat, dude, because he's just not doing it.
He's just trying to express himself, okay? Jeez.
I hope somebody's listening to this at work right now, and all of their coworkers just like turned around and were like, "What the fuck, dude?" Anyway, yeah, that shit is fucking terrible.
Somebody's like, "Can you use headphones when you listen to your podcast?"
Yeah. Okay. Last OP that
we should talk about ones that we hate too.
Ones that we hate.
Yeah.
All of the My Hero Academia OPs.
That's fair. That's super
I never
fair.
want to hear that shit again, particularly because Devin will put on like, you know, like anime radio, and it'll just play My Hero Academia OPs just over and over and over again. And she doesn't know that it's My Hero Academia OPs, but I do. So I'm like, oh my God. I'm so fucking sick of hearing this.
Yeah, we disagree on anime OP. You like one that I fucking hate.
Which one?
Mushishis.
Oh, I
I
love
can't
that.
fucking stand it, dude.
Shiver? It's
I
like
can't stand it.
And we sold all the holes we had to breathe to make the other one leave. And I love
it reminds me of Jewel.
you looked at me.
I
remember
have
Jewel?
to fast forward it every.
And I
Do you remember Jewel?
Yeah.
You remember?
Who will save your soul? Like that.
Yeah,
fucking
I
girl.
remember Jewel, dude.
You know, she lives in Alaska and she's like a homesteader now.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Well, she was from Alaska, but she moved
Okay.
back to Alaska and now she's
Yeah,
a
but-
homesteader.
Who does that?
Jewel. Who will save your soul?
You know the government will pay you to live in Alaska?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no internet out there.
I dated somebody who grew up in Alaska, and they're like, yeah, I got paid to live there.
Well, fucking Uncle Derek grew up in Alaska.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Stop skeletons from fighting.
Is Grace from Alaska too, or did they meet in Seattle?
I don't know.
I think they moved to Seattle together. I can't remember.
I think they did too, but I don't know for sure.
Also, Quentin Reviews is from Alaska as well.
What's up with all these creative Alaskans?
There's nothing the fuck
Yeah,
else
there's nothing
to
else to do.
Yeah, like it's dark most of the year, and the only place in Alaska that's civilized is Anchorage, and it's a horrible city. Like
Yeah,
Anchorage is
I've
like
been to Alaska.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
So
When? How did this? What the fuck?
yeah. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this was at the end of high school. My parents were like, "We're gonna take a cruise. We're white people. Yuck, yuck."
Ah, I see.
Oh no! It was at the end of middle school. I was way younger. Yeah.
Okay.
And
So
my
you had
parents
no
were like,
fun.
Yeah. My parents were like, "We're gonna take a cruise. We're gonna go up to Alaska. It's gonna be great. We're gonna fly up to Vancouver, and then we're gonna take a boat from there to Alaska. We're gonna see all the sights. You're gonna love it, Tyler." And I said, "I don't have a choice because I'm a child and I have no rights."
Right.
So we went, and it was boring as fuck. I don't remember any. I saw an ice wall and a moose. I remember that. I saw a moose.
Seeing a moose for the first time is always exciting. They're
Yeah.
much bigger than you would expect.
They had an arcade, and that was my one like claim of happiness. And one day on the cruise ship, the arcade was free to play.
Nice.
So I played a shitload. I played for like 8 hours in the arcade that day. And then
Fuck yeah.
the next day, they forgot to turn one of the machines off free. It was like, I can't remember what the game was. It was one of those games where you're like, you know, you're a ship and it's like a bullet hell.
Oh, okay.
A space,
Yeah.
like a you know, like a plane. Yeah.
right.
So I played that game for probably 20 hours on a cruise.
Was
like-
it 1945?
I don't remember. I can't remember what the game was.
If it was 1945, I can't believe you played that game for that long.
Dude, there was nothing else to do.
Yeah, you couldn't drink, you couldn't gamble.
I can't drink. I can't gamble. I can't. What is the point
Dude, I would love
of
to go
taking
on
a child
cruise now.
on a cruise? Leave me at home. I would rather starve.
Yeah. Starve and die alone.
Yeah.
Go on this cruise. I've never been on a cruise.
It's not okay. Nowadays, I would totally go on a cruise.
Minus the COVID.
Yeah, well, minus the COVID, obviously. But like, if we wanted to take a vacation and go on a cruise with our girlfriends and just like chill, drink, and gamble, like that sounds great.
Yeah.
You know?
Except Devin would never do that. She fucking hates cruises.
Well, never mind.
Just me and you, man.
Yeah, let's
Bro
do it.
cruise.
Let's make videos
Bro
on a cruise.
Fucking bro cruise, dude. Oh my god.
Let's take a bro cruise to Japan.
Hashtag bro cruise. If you guys are still around, if you guys are still listening to this podcast, hashtag bro cruise on Twitter. Add us. And then we'll know you're legit. All right. That's bonsai underscore pop. At bonsai underscore pop on Twitter. Hashtag bro cruise. Send me a pic of your bro cruise. Send me fan art of bro cruise. I want to see.
This is how we're gonna know that people actually watch the podcast.
Yeah, or listen to it or whatever.
Speaking
you're
of which, I don't know if you've seen, but the first episode has almost 1,000 views on YouTube.
I did see that. I'm wondering if it's from SEO or just or what, but yeah, that's fucking dope.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah. Also, 2 more episodes after this one, we can finally get on Spotify. So all those people that are eagerly awaiting for us to be on Spotify, the meme will be over at that point.
Yeah, everybody's like, why are you on Spotify yet? It's like, we're trying, okay? We only put out one a week.
Yeah. So, couple of things. Tony Hawk put out a burrito. I don't know if you saw that.
What?
Yeah, you can now go to Chipotle.
What do you mean?
You can now go to Chipotle and order the Tony Hawk burrito.
What's in it?
I don't fucking know, but apparently it's really good. And
I'm looking it up right the fuck now.
If you get it, you get early access to the new Tony Hawk 1 and 2 remakes, like to a demo or something like that, which is so cool. Only because that's like the kind of shit they used to do in the 90s when Tony Hawk actually came out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, very interesting. And the other thing...
Oh, dude, no, it's only the first 2,000 customers.
Oh, man.
Chipotle announced on Monday that the first 2,000 customers to order the new Tony Hawk burrito on the Chipotle mobile app or through its website will receive a code via email that allows them access to the demo version of the relaunch of the Pro Skater franchise.
Poopy, dude.
Yeah.
But at least you can still get the Tony Hawk burrito. So if you ever wanted to know what Tony Hawk's burrito tasted like, now you can get it.
I kind of want to. I'm not going to lie.
People have been saying it's fucking dope.
Yeah, I mean, I'd try it for sure. Dude, I wonder if the Tony Hawk franchise is going to have wireless play. Like, could we play together like online?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I know that Tony Hawk 5 attempted that, but Tony Hawk 5 was such a shitty fucking piece of shit broken scum game that nobody played it. So, like, Tony Hawk's like, I'm kind of excited for the new Tony Hawk game, but also kind of like just confused as to why they're doing it. Like, Neversoft is done. Yeah, like, Neversoft is, like, fucking went bankrupt or some shit. So it's like,
I think that Tony Hawk was just like, I could use some more money, you know? Like,
Tony Hawk's a good guy. I like
he is.
I'm glad we follow him on Twitter. Like, everything he tweets is fucking great.
It really is. I love his stories about how people like kind of know who he is.
Yeah. I was on an airplane and a kid turned around and he was like, "Are you Tony Hawk?" And I was like, "Yeah." Tony Hawk's tweet. And then lastly, we got a request for some childhood antics, Tyler. People want to know about some childhood antics. So, what was one of the stupidest things that you ever did?
Oh, easy. So I don't remember which friend it was, but I had a friend over at the time.
Okay.
And we were playing like The Floor is Lava or something like that in my room, you know?
Okay.
And so you've been in my room back at my parents' house. Like, you know how there's like those two like kind of bookcases near my bed?
I don't know. Did I go in your room?
Maybe you didn't. I don't know. But let me like.
Your house is fancy.
Yeah, my parents have a very nice house. Like, it's not like a big house, but it's a nice house.
Chandelier and shit. Fucking
yeah, I know.
Piano. Like, god damn.
Listen, they're old Jewish people. They have some money, you know?
That's true.
Like, it's just the way it is. But so let me paint you the picture. If you walk into my room, you know, you're at the door right now. Right in front of you is a twin bed that's a little ways in, and then there's a window, and underneath the window is a desk, and then next to the desk on the sides are two bookcases, and the bookcases are facing the bed.
Are they taller than the desk?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they like go up to the ceiling. They have like little cabinets on the top.
Oh,
you know?
Okay.
Yeah. So, and they've been there since I think before I was born.
I mean, it sounds like they're built into the house.
They're not.
Okay.
And I will explain how I know that in a second. Okay. Yeah. So I was playing with a friend, and we were playing like The Floor is Lava. So we jumped onto the bookcases, and we were holding on to the bookcases, and the bookcases said, you know, you may be an 8-year-old kid, but that's a lot of weight for me. And both of the bookcases that we were holding on to decided to fall.
Oh.
And so we jumped off and we were about to get slammed by these bookcases.
Oh my God.
But they were tall enough that they didn't hit us. They hit the bed instead.
Okay.
So instead of killing us, they broke the book. We broke the bookcase and my bed in one fell motion.
Jesus Christ.
And my parents came upstairs like, what happened? And we're like, so the bed's broken.
Wow. Yeah, because that must have shook the entire fucking house. Like, to...
Yeah, it did.
Oh my God. That's fucking crazy. You're lucky you didn't die, dude.
I know.
Holy shit.
I mean, I don't think it would have killed me, but I probably could have gotten hurt.
I mean, if it broke your bed.
I mean, it's like an IKEA bed, you know?
It was a pretty shitty bed.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it wasn't amazing, okay? Like,
I drink milk. I don't got IKEA bones. You remember that? Remember that kid, Louis, that we dedicated
Yes.
the Black Lagoon video to? Okay, so
Yeah.
Louis is in this story, right?
yeah, if you want to hear about that story, that's on our Super Saiyan 3 podcast for Black Lagoon.
Yes.
We have talked about that before. Yeah.
So this is the story of how I first saw cocaine and why Joey's mom hates me. All right. So I was like 16 and a half. I had to have been, because I'd finished all of my driving like on roads, right? Like I had my permit. I was on the track to get my license. I didn't end up getting my license until I was 19 for really fucking annoying reasons, but I'm not going to talk about that. Anyway, so I'm hanging out at my buddy Joey's house. Joey's a really cool dude. He's from Southern California, you know, which automatically made him popular in school because everybody in Massachusetts is obsessed with California. He had a half pipe in his backyard, so we used to go skate over there all the time.
That's pretty badass.
Oh yeah, his dad was like a really cool dude. He used to like take us to shows and shit, and like, you know, they had chickens, and like they were really like, they were fucking like the ultimate California people, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that
apparently.
just like ended up in Massachusetts. So we were I was there with my friend Chelsea, who is a very interesting character. She was a couple years older than me. I think she might have been 18 at the time. And then so it was me, Joey, Louie, and Chelsea. And we were fucking bored out of our minds. And I was like, you know what? I bet you we could get some booze. You know, and everybody was like, ooh, all right. Ooh. So I called up my manager at McDonald's. I was like,
go on.
I was like, hey, dude, do you think you could buy me some alcohol, man? You know? And he was like, I got alcohol right here. He's like, just let me drink some of it, and then, you know, I'll give you like $5 off the handle. And I was like, what is it? And he's like, gin. I was like, so you're sitting at McDonald's right now drinking gin? He was like, well, not straight. So here's the issue. Here's the issue, right? Is none of us have our licenses, right? So how are we going to get to McDonald's to get this fucking alcohol? So Joey's like, just ask my dad to borrow the car. I was like, but I don't have my license. He's like, don't tell him you don't have your license. I was like, okay. So
all right, that makes sense.
So we go to Joey's dad, and we're like, hey, Joey's dad, can I borrow your car? And he's like, yeah, you have a license, right? And I was like, yeah. He's like, okay, here. And he hands me the screwdriver. I was like, what the fuck is this for? Yeah. He's like, the car's a little wonky. So we go out to this car. It's like this little shitbox, dude.
Who gives somebody a screwdriver when they have to borrow a car?
Yeah. It's like this little shitbox. It's like a Geo Metro, a hatchback, you know? So we get in the car, and Joey's like, all right, here's how you turn it on. And he takes the screwdriver and he puts it into the fucking key socket, which is like hanging out of the steering wheel, and turns it, and the fucking car turns on with the screwdriver, dude. Like, it is fucking a janky ass car, right? And this is the first time that I've ever driven my friends. This is the first time I've ever driven without an instructor, you know? So and we're going to pick up alcohol. We're underage. I was very nervous. So we go to McDonald's and we call shit on the cell phone. He's like, hey, just come through the drive-thru. I was like, all right, that's like pretty tight quarters. He's like, just come through the drive-thru. What are you, stupid? So I come through the drive-thru, hand him fucking $20, and he hands me this fucking handle of fucking gin, dude. It was the typical gin. What the fuck is the name of it? I can't think of it right now.
Typical gin,
like the standard.
Kettle, no, that's vodka.
No, the standard ass gin.
Bombay Sapphire.
No, not Bombay Sapphire. Tanqueray. Yeah, so he hands me this fucking giant thing of Tanqueray, which is open because he's been drinking it. Which I didn't think about, because like at least in Massachusetts we have an open container law. Like you cannot have an open container of alcohol anywhere in your car, not even in the trunk, right?
So not even in the trunk?
Right.
Wow.
Not even in the trunk. So we toss it in the back, and then we're like, oh man, like we're hungry. Like maybe we should go out to Amherst and get some pizza. Like let's go to Antonio's, right? So I was like, oh man, like driving out of town, okay,
this one trip is becoming a fucking mission.
Yeah. And then they're like, all right, oh dude, let's go pick up Wally too. We'll go pick up Wally and we'll all go to Antonio's and get some pizza. And I was like, all right. So we fucking go, we pick up Wally, and then we drive out to Amherst, right? So this is like a 25-minute drive, So we're going pretty far.
It's decent, yeah.
So we stopped at a gas station because the car is almost out of gas. I pumped the gas, and then I had to exit out of the gas station one of two ways, and both of them were pretty difficult because it's a busy road. So I decided to go to the one with less traffic, but I didn't really know what to do, right? So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take a right out of this gas station and get into the left lane because there's two lanes, right?
Okay.
And I needed to, because there's a 4-way intersection, right? So it's like 10 feet from the exit of the gas station to the 4-way intersection. Literally one car will fit between the intersection and the exit of the gas station. And there were cars in my way, so I couldn't turn out. But the green arrow went, right? So instead of going out, going right, and then going left, I just went straight out of the gas station all the way across the intersection. No. And the car right behind the first car in line was a cop car.
Oh, no.
And I was like, oh, fuck, guys, that was a fucking cop, dude. And then the lights go on, right? So the fucking the lights go on, the car, the cop fucking pulls out, turns around, starts following me, and I'm like, oh my god. I was like, what do we do? What do we do, guys? And they were like, step on it, motherfucker. So
are you serious?
Yeah,
no.
Dude. So I hit the gas, like panic, right? I'm panicking. So I hit the gas, and we're flying down this road, and this cop is going after us. And I like first fucking turn, I bang a right, and I hit a fucking snowbank. And we go up and over the snowbank because I'd never taken a turn fast. I didn't brake. Like I just went like up and over this fucking snowbank, and the cop whizzes past me, right? But as I go over the snowbank, there's another fucking cop right there, about to take a left, dude. And his fucking lights go on. So like, thank God we're in a bit of a mazy area, right? So like, I'm taking all these lefts and rights, like trying to lose the cops, and I'm getting stressed out just thinking about this. So
yeah, it's stressful just hearing about it.
Yeah, so we make it to the pizza place, and I'm like, guys, we need to get pizza, and we need to go home now. Like, I do not want to be out.
Like, we need to get pizza and go home.
I do not want to be out here. I do not want to be driving anymore. Right.
I want to leave, but we're getting the pizza. Yes. We're already here.
So we got the pizza, and I had just started smoking cigarettes. And I was super stressed out. So I was like, Wally, give me one of your butts. And he had like Newport 100s, right? Like these very like fucked up cigarettes. So I smoked the cigarette down really quick. I almost black out in the pizza shop stop because of the fucking cigarette. So I'm feeling like ass, right? Like I'm not feeling good. So we get home, no problem. Like it's totally fine. We took like back roads. We wanted to avoid
I can't believe
cops.
you lost the cops somehow.
Dude, we did. Like they totally fucking like this was like a gridded area, so it was like very easy to take lefts and rights and like kind of get away. And I was driving really fast. And thankfully we were in a tiny car, so it was easy to whip around, you know? Like especially cuz I was so like I had no experience driving like that, you know? But I had played a lot of Burnout, so maybe that helped.
Great. You had some experience.
So anyway, so we get back to Joey's house, and his parents are sleeping. Now, his house is open, right? So his parents live in a loft, or his parents like sleep in a loft. There's no bedroom door, you know? It's just open. Joey has a bedroom door. Joey's room is like the size of a fucking large closet, right? So there's 5 of us in this room. We just got through an exhilarating experience. We have a handle of fucking gin. And it's time to fucking drink the gin, right? So Joey puts on Sublime, and we decide to play Shot for Shot. Now, I don't know if you have ever played Shot for Shot, but it is a horrible game, and nobody wins.
Yeah. I've played games like it.
So if you're listening and you don't know what Shot for Shot is, Shot for Shot is when you take a shot and then the other person takes a shot, and you do that until either the bottle is empty or one of you passes out. So
it's not a game. It's just drinking.
It's just abusing alcohol.
Yep.
So we're sitting around listening to fucking Sublime and laughing about our victory over the police and passing this handle of Tanqueray between the 5 of us, just taking shots, right? And then shit starts getting weird. All of a sudden, Wally pulls this big bag of weed out of his fucking pocket and starts rolling joints. And like, I don't smoke weed at this point, not yet. And you know, so him and Louis is like 14 at this point, right? Or maybe even 13. Like Joey is 15. Chelsea is 18. Wally is my age. I was like 16 and a half, right? So like Louis is in the corner just like, fuck you. Why do we have any cheeseburgers, man? And like everybody's lighting up fucking joints. And I am so drunk. And then Chelsea gets in the fucking corner and pulls out her credit card and a little fucking 8-ball of cocaine, right? And starts blowing lines of cocaine, right? And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, we were just hanging out in Joey's room. Like, why are you doing cocaine, dude? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck, Chelsea? And so I guess she'd been like working at like strip club or something like that, and like had kind of gotten into cocaine. So things are getting out of hand. And all of a sudden, fucking Chelsea's up. She's dancing with Joey. She's got her fucking top off. Titties are out. Big old fucking titties. Me and Louis and Wally are like rolling around on the ground. Like fucking like, get it, Joey. Yeah, man. That's fucking sick. Like, and then Joey's mom walked in. And was just like, what the fuck? And then shut the door. And then pulled us out one by one to talk to her. Now, we're all blackout drunk. like we're all blackout drunk. Just so fucking hammered, dude. We finished the bottle.
And it's like a full handle between 5 people.
Yeah, like I mean, take out a couple of mixed drinks at McDonald's, and it's like a full. Sure. Yeah, like
take out a couple of mixed drinks at McDonald's.
Yeah, and like I was so terrified of the cocaine that Chelsea had. I was just like, I could not believe it. Right, so like my drunk ass is out there talking to Joey's mom, and she's like, whose idea was this? I was like, Chelsea was doing cocaine. It's like I totally narked on her, dude. I was like, I can't believe it, man. Chelsea's doing cocaine. Why is she doing cocaine? And Joey's mom's like, do you have a license? I was like, no.
Oh no.
So she let us all go back into the room. And the second I got back into the room, I barfed all over Chelsea. Dude. I was like, Chelsea, I narked on you, man. I'm sorry. And then fucking Louis started throwing up. And then Joey started throwing up. We're all fucking throwing up, dude. And Chelsea's all coked out, so she's fine, right? So she's trying to clean up all of us. And I woke up in the bathroom in the tub. And the next morning with dude, I was in bad.
Dude, I'm like
shape.
crying.
I was in bad shape, the worst shape, dude. And fucking Joey's room was a mess. There was just like fucking barf everywhere, and fucking Louis like took his shirt off, dude. He had like barf all over his fucking gut, like his fucking pot belly, and like in his hair and shit. Oh my god, his fucking cheddar cheese teeth, dude. It was and then I had to work all day, all fucking
At
day.
McDonald's.
Yeah, and like my manager didn't give. He felt not bad for me at all. Like I walked in there and he was like, "What did you drink the whole bottle?" And I was like, "Yeah,
Yep.
I did, and I'm still drunk. Can I go home?" And he was like, "Nah, man, you're here till midnight, dude." It's like 8 o'clock in the morning, dude. It was the worst. It was the worst. So yeah, that was probably one of the stupidest fucking things I've ever done in my life.
That is fucking stupid, dude.
Think about it. Think about it, right? So I had 5 people in a car
Yep.
driving without a license
Yep.
with an open container,
Yep.
pot,
And weed. And
cocaine that nobody was kind enough to tell me about.
And then you decided to run from the cops.
Yes. And
yeah.
This is why I don't go out anymore.
You're like, if I was a cat, I used up all my lives, man. I'm on my last one.
My friends were terrible. Because I would have been fucked for the rest of my life, dude, because weed was still illegal back then.
Oh, yeah, you would have been super fucked.
It would have been done. And that's why I'm not having kids. Because kids are dumb, dude. That is, like, kids are so dumb.
I mean, you don't have to tell me. Bonsai Pop is a no child zone.
Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, that
We are
was...
both very child free.
Yep. And the thing is, too, is, like, there was no glory in that. There was no, like, it's not like we went to the club and got, like, a bottle and, like, ended up meeting fucking Snooki, like, we were just in Joey's room.
No, dude, Cardi B.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. We were just hanging out in Joey's room. Just fucking Chelsea's blowing lines off of a credit card, dude. Like it's fucking, like, what the fuck, man? I don't know. So, yeah, that was, people wanted a story. That's a story.
That was a story, dude. I can't think of a better way to end the podcast than with that.
And that is Bonsai. We skipped the video game talk this time. And instead, we talked about wet-ass pussy. And my good friend doing cocaine in Joey's room, whipping her tickles out. Welcome to the Bonsai PopCast.
We're really getting into it now.
We're really getting into it. I'm feeling good. I was really excited about this one, Ty.
Yeah, I can see why.
Yeah, it's a good time. Also, my audio is blown the fuck out.
Yeah, mine too, because we've been fucking laughing and shit.
Yeah. That's all right. Everybody, listen to Tyler, because Tyler's going to tell you some important information. Tyler, where can people find us on Twitter?
At bonsai_pop, and it is the same thing for Instagram.
Where can people send us a Gmail?
At gmail.com.
It's bonsaipopteam@gmail.com. Where can people find us on twitch.tv?
Bonsai_, is it underscore on Twitch, or is it just Bonsai Pop?
Apparently it's underscore.
Bonsai_pop.
Yep. And I think that's it. This podcast can be found anywhere and everywhere. If you
Except
enjoy
for Spotify.
Except for Spotify and Pandora, which people love to point out. and patreon.com/bonsaipop if you would like to support the show. My name is Mike.
And I'm Tyler.
Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you next week.
Yep. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Later.